What's good, YouTube? STORMYBMAN, and I'm back with another pre-fight video breakdown. Before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Coming up this Saturday, November 28th, broadcast on BT Sport, Box Office, and ESPN. Frank Warren presents Seek and Destroy, a heavyweight showdown between Daniel DuBois and Joyce. Scheduled for 12 rounds, this heavyweight contest is featuring two of the up-and-coming heavyweight prospects contenders in the division which matters most in boxing. With the record of 11-0 with 10 KOs, the Juggernaut Joyce is entering this fight having had KO defeats in each of his last 6 bouts, featuring Michael Wallach, Brian Jennings, Alexander Ustinov, Bermain Stavern, Joe Hanks, and Iago Kiladze. This is a fighter who is wasting no time trying to make his way toward the top, Joyce. He's taking on Danny DuBois, who is the prototype heavyweight of the future with a record of 15-0 with 14 KOs. He's coming off his last 6 opponents: Ricardo Snijders, Kiyotaro Fujimoto, Ebenezer Tete, Nathan Gorman, Richard Lartey, and Razvan Koyanu. And with those victories, he has placed himself smack dead in front of Joyce. Standing at 6'3", a little bit more, with a 78-inch reach, DuBois appears to be the consummate boxer-puncher who is a seek and destroy type fighter himself. The Juggernaut, on the other hand, seems to be a more plodding, heavy-fisted, steel-chinned fighter who seems to wear his opponents down with attrition and pressure. Though he doesn't have outstanding punching power, he's a big man at 6'6" and with an 80-inch reach. In his victory over Brian Jennings, he was able to just take shots directly on the chin and keep coming, where he just wore Jennings down, had Jennings like laying against the ropes and not looking to do much as far as offense, because the Juggernaut, who appears to be slow-handed outside of the ring, still possesses some type of a quickness that he could get his shots off. And being such a massive man, he's intimidating and imposing at the same time. DuBois is more, I believe, of the Frank Bruno mold. And Bruno happens to be a mentor of DuBois. He has a big right hand, he has a strong left jab and left hook, and he is also a fighter who likes to put his punches together in a succession of combinations. He's also, as I stated before, that seek and destroy type fighter. This is the type of fight where the two styles of the individuals mesh very well. Joyce has proven that he can be hit and he can take a punch. DuBois, on the other hand, has proven that he likes to dish the punches out. Though he was rocked momentarily in a fight against Lartey, he came immediately right back and was able to put Lartey down and out for the count. I think that the upside of the division and its future lies in the hands and fists of DuBois. But do not count Joyce out. Joyce has Olympic background experience, and being the elder statesman at 35, he knows that the clock is ticking, and a victory over DuBois would really propel him into contention for a title shot within the next year or so. DuBois, on the other hand, if he were to suffer a setback in this fight at the age of 23, still has enough time, and in this muddled division, enough opponents that he can make hay and find himself right back into the thick of things. How do I see it? STORMYBMAN sees this fight as a modern day Morrison versus Mercer, where the young upstart may come out blazing, jumping right on top of Joyce. And if he's not able to get him and Joyce is able to weather that initial onslaught, I see Joyce prevailing. He's a very big, physically strong man. He has a lot of heart and determination, and I do believe he will have some surprises in store for DuBois. Neither man offer much head movement, nor lateral or footwork, so they are going to be there for one another. Whoever is the most soundly conditioned fighter will find themselves being in line for victory. But I also believe that this is the type of fight that will bring out some unknowns about each man. This fight is a fight for the fight fans. The heavyweight division is on fire when the young prospects and contenders begin to cross paths, because this doesn't necessarily have to be the last time. These men could find themselves fighting again. That's just how depleted the division is, and with other fighters like Alexander Usyk trying to jump in, they could actually close the doors on guys like that and make it the division their own. Usyk is coming up from the cruiserweights, and in his lackluster effort against Chisora, he may not be ready for these men. But I am. How about you? I see this fight going about a good 8 to 10 rounds, and someone is going to get stopped or dropped, if not a couple of times. Even each guy could hit the canvas in this fight. This is a tough one for Stormy to call. The consensus says the younger DuBois might have the edge, but I'm gonna roll with the upset in this one. I'm seeing Joyce turning back the challenge of the young Danny Dynamite DuBois and prevailing with a TKO stoppage somewhere between 8 and 10. Your thoughts on this are important. We can discuss it. Don't hesitate to leave comments and let STORMYBMAN know what you think about this perilous fight between these two dynamic fighters. We'll have more as the week goes on. There'll be the weigh-in, and we'll have some final thoughts before the fight takes place. This is a chance for both men to really put their hat out there in the arena in the top echelon of the division. Leave thoughts and let's discuss. That's all I have for you at this time. This is STORMYBMAN. Until the next time we speak, everyone please stay safe and peace.